Hello everyone, my name is Holden, and today we're going to be looking at my personal favorite starters per region. Now before we start, remember that this is my personal opinion, and if you think differently, then let me know what your favorite starters are. I'm also feeling a little sick today, so sorry if I sound different. Without further ado, let's look at my favorite starter Pokemon in every region. Starting off with Kanto. Now, I personally love all of them, pretty much equally. Bulbasaur is cute, Squirtle and Charmander are cool, but we have to pick one, and I'm going to take out Bulbasaur. I'm not really a grass type kind of guy, so that kind of puts it below the rest. Now, I'm a big water fan, and I kind of like fire, but I'm going to go with Charmander as my favorite, because Charizard's useful for attacking and flying, and if I was going on a real Pokemon journey, I would see myself with a Charmander by my side. Now for Johto. Now these starters aren't exactly my favorite, but I have to choose. Again, I'm going to take out the grass type starter. Meganium is pretty cool, but I would rather choose the others, and Cyndaquil doesn't really impress me in that way, in any way. So now, one of my favorite types is water, so that's why I'm going with Totodile. Don't worry, from this point on, I'll be choosing less about the type and more about the Pokemon itself. Now for Hoenn. First, I will leave out Mudkip. I'm not the biggest Swampert fan, although he is probably cool in some ways. I would also like to say I have not played Gen 2, 3, or 4, and the only Gen 1 game I've played was Let's Go. Just saying. So now we have these two. I like both Sceptile and Blaziken pretty evenly, but I like Trico more than Torchic, so I'm going to go with that one. Now Gen 4 is a bit weird for me. I like them all equally, but none of them really stand out to me. I guess I would choose Turtwig, because Torterra is a cool Pokemon. Now, we move on to my favorite gen, the Unova region. Now, I like all three of these pretty much the same, but without a doubt, my favorite has to be Tepig. Now, the reason I chose him was because he was the first starter I've ever chosen in a Pokemon game. He's also the first Pokemon I ever saw, and the first episode of the anime that I have ever seen was all about him. Yeah, he might not be the most powerful, and its evolutions might not be the prettiest, but it's still close to me, and that's why it's my favorite. Now on to Kalos. Now, I don't really like Fennekin that much. It's just not really for me. Now, I do like Chestnut, but for this, my choice is Froakie. Greninja is one of my favorite Pokemon, and like I said, water is one of my favorite types. On to Alola. I like the starters pretty much the same, but I have to make a choice. This one was a weird one. I never really was much for Rowlet, and my original choice was going to be Litten, but I just had a feeling to go with Popplio. I'm glad I had that feeling, because I got to use a water type, and I'm pretty sure it is one of the most powerful lowland Pokemon. Now for the Galar region. Now this one's weird because the games aren't out yet, and we still have to see the evolutions. But for the moment, I'm gonna have to choose. Now, I took out Scorbunny because it wasn't very interesting to me. I was originally gonna pick Sobble, but I decided to go with Grookey. I chose this Pokemon because I kinda like its personality. It likes to joke around and have fun, kinda like me. It also was the first of these starters whose name I actually memorized. Now, we haven't seen the evolutions yet, and I could still have that feeling that I had with Popplio. But for now, I think this is my choice. Now, how many starters of each type did I choose? Well, for water, I chose 3. For fire, I chose 2. And for grass, I chose 3. The type that stopped me from choosing some Pokemon tied with my favorite of these types. Anyway, that's all for this video. Hopefully we get the Gen 8 starter evolutions at E3 or sometime soon. But until then, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys later.